it going, guys? So I just want to share something with you all that personally I found hilarious. So I woke up this morning and I had a flashback to a tweet I saw 5 years ago. You can see here where Alice Jones says, "Huge fan of Brooklyn Beckham's terrible photographs and even worse captions." So what happened was Brooklyn Beckham had released a photo book without learning the basics of photography. So photo books are obviously released by photographers. So he was when he was 18, he did the cringest thing ever, by putting out a photography book with terrible photos and even worse captions. Now, admittedly, there's a couple of photos that are quite good, but the cringe of the really bad ones is just too much. It had me floored, and I just remember this today, and it tickled me so much that I had to share it. It's so funny. So, huge fan of Brooklyn Beckham's terrible photographs and even worse captions. So he's taken a photograph of an elephant in Kenya, and it says, "Elephants in Kenya, so hard to photograph, but incredible to see." And as you can see, there is an elephant here with absolutely no detail in this elephant whatsoever. Now, the reason the internet found this hilarious is because, well, elephants are huge, grey, very, very slow-moving objects that are very easy to photograph. So, it just kind of made him look absolutely silly, which is kind of hilarious. Here we go. "Dear Brooklyn Beckham, please find attached a photograph of an elephant that was incredibly easy for me to take." They're very huge and slow. It's like, oh, it's so stupid, but it's so funny. My cheeks are hurting from smiling. It's crazy. Right, so Twitter absolutely roasted him. But what was incredibly funny as well was the reviews. Oh my god, because I'm smiling. The reviews on Amazon for his book are ruthless, so brutal, so savage. But the thing is here we go. Brooklyn Beckham hyphenated photographer, as if to say he's not a photographer. Now, what's quite funny is your average photographer, yeah, they're generally they tend to have a bit of a imposter syndrome, as photographers tend to hate their own work. Like, no matter how nice a photo I take, I still hate it. But being the son of two celebrities obviously gave him a little bit of false confidence, and the public absolutely roasted him. So here you can see his book is for sale on Amazon. It's called "What I See, Brooklyn Beckham," and here is the reviews. First one: "Elephants so hard to photograph, incredible to see." And then there's the picture of like the black outline of an elephant, right? "Trees died needlessly. I received this as a present from someone who is now my next friend. I felt so upset at the trees cut down to make this book that I had a funeral service for them and buried it in the garden. Rest in peace." Oh man, that's savage. "Less than 1 star. I didn't realise he was blind." Oh my god, that is so savage. That poor man. Waste of paper. What a waste of paper. Oh my god, that is savage. That poor kid. He must still be cringing about this today. It's ridiculous. "Dogbot. My dog sat on my phone the other day and activated the camera. The photos taken by my dog's butt were better than the pictures in this book." Oh no. "Nonsense. If I was Mr. Leica, I'd be straight around the Beckhams to rub my name off his camera." That is so savage. Oh my god. That is ruthless. Oh man, my face hurts. Oh, why would you do that? That is so mean. Okay. Oh, what? "Everything that's wrong with modern culture. Nothing but an insult to the many hundreds of talented photographers worldwide who will never get the attention they deserve. This book is a prime example of how utterly useless modern mainstream culture has become." But that's kind of true. Not funny though, but true. "Spoiled rich kid. Ever wonder what your photography would be like had you had endless sums of money from birth and time to hone your craft without needing to do a 9 to 5? Read this book and you'll see the money doesn't buy you talent. Oh, but having rich, famous parents does open opportunities nobody else will get." Very true, very true. I mean, I'm here for the memes though, you know. "BB does look at things and prints them out. A sensational summary of the level of intelligence and general awareness of anything other than self on offer from one of the lesser known Beckham members." This is a book that will make you laugh, cry, laugh, and smile almost on every page. This is a book to keep as a fantastic atonement to the modern age of celebrity power over substantive matter. It's priceless. Waste no time purchasing your own copy. Signed copies include a rough squiggle of crayon that may resemble two breasts or two bees. Buy this book if you need something to stand on to reach higher levels of photography books. That is ruthless. Oh my god. That is so savage. An almost must-have for any aspiring pyromaniac. Oh Jesus. Oh my cheeks hurt. Get it on its first and only print run. Oh wow. That is so savage. Didn't bother buying the book after reading the reviews, but urge someone to publish a book just containing these reviews. Some great quotes. Funniest thing I've read for a while. I mean, that's a really good point. Not a photographer, more like a boy with a camera. This book is a classic demonstration that you can own the best camera in the world, but it won't make you a good photographer. Indeed, he's not a photographer, he's a boy with a camera. His work demonstrates that he has little or no photographic talent. I just feel sorry for a large amount of beautiful trees that were unnecessarily felled to make this book. A hideous waste of the world's resources. Oh man, come on, stop being serious and give us a laugh here. Whilst browsing in Oxfam Books, I bought this out of whimsical sense of curiosity. After all, it was only £1. After inspecting its content, it became immediately clear that this was a material object which has no place in my home nor anywhere near it. My intention was to return it to Oxfam and forget it ever existed. Oh my god. To my charging, however, the mildly autistic gentleman behind the counter, who clearly had himself rifled through it at some point, refused to take the copy unless I paid a further £5. So in all, it cost me £6 for a temporary burning sensation in my eyes, a permanent loss of faith. Okay, I don't see why he's saying the person had autism. That's just stupid. Right, the crowd picking of photography. It's honestly so bad that it's hard to believe it's not satire. After all, it's no mean feat to capture an elephant completely in shadow on the Great Plains of Kenya. That is so hard to photograph. One had me in convulsions of laughter. Yeah, me too. And there are truly awful pics here, and some average at best. Even Naruto took better selfies, and I'm willing to bet could offer better insights into them, okay? I wish the lad best, but if this is the result of his passion, I'm glad he doesn't have to sing for his supper. Or is he a comedy genius? See, this could be comedy genius, because personally, oh man, 5 years later I woke up thinking about this and was so happy. Worst book ever. Bought this for my kids who are now crying. Holy crap. That is so bad. Adrian Mole meets E. Cummings, right? The privileged, naive teen with all the gear and no idea. I could just about handle. We've all been there, shuffling around in your mum's court shoes when you were 5, pretending to shave with your dad's razor at the age of 10, cramming your meat and 2 veg into a Victoria Beckham corset in your later years. What? The Adrian Mole meets E. Cummings nonsense and is unforgivable. However, you can't blame the author, though. He's just a child. His mum and dad and editor approved this. That's true, man. You know, his parents should never have let him publish this book. It's ridiculous. Worse than a hate crime. Wow. I bought this book for my friend's 11-year-old son, not knowing anything about it, only that he really wanted the book. I was bored on my lunch break, so I decided to have a little browse. Straight after doing so, I drove straight to my friend's house so I could punch his son in the face. Enough said. Oh my god. Oh my god. Art checked poor photos with asinine captions does not a photo book make. The ultimate vanity project and a total failure. Yeah, true. Good God, what on earth was I thinking buying this? A decent camera doesn't make you a decent photographer. Brooklyn, can I have my money back? Useful book for balancing. Excellent coffee table book. You want to balance that wonky leg that has the plastic cap missing. We don't see it. Raffle prize. Booby prize. Left out on my garden wall for someone passing by to take for free, as the pictures are not at all good. The book's still there now. Jesus. 1 star is too kind. All the gear and no idea. This is a book is a slap in the face to photographers, amateur and pro, whose work is miles better than the work shown here. I can't help thinking that Brooklyn Beckham got a book deal purely to promote brand Beckham. What I see should be renamed Should Have Gone to Specsavers, with a foreword by Stevie Wonder. Oh man. With any luck, this will, fingers crossed, be his last photography book. My 8-year-old could do better with a cheap point and shoot. All this book proves is that the gear doesn't make a photographer. Unlike I should be asking him to return their products to them. That's so mean. I'd rather be blind. Whilst not as comfortable as the usual 3-ply kitten soft I normally use, I have found that the pages of what I see to be a more than adequate alternative should an emergency arrive. Me no like a. Didn't need his jack in his course because he couldn't hack it. What? I bought this as a gift, but they blanked it after a quick thumb through. Now I'm stuck with it until my next trip to the charity shop. A lifesaver. I've been having a lot of digestive problems recently. Upon entering trap 2 and whipping down my cacks, I quickly realised after the first push there was no toilet roll. Fortunately, someone left a copy of this on the floor. Well, to cut a long story short, it's soft, strong, and thoroughly absorbent. Thanks, Brooklyn. He saved my cacks. Lost in translation. What I see is a kid who's living off his parents' fame. Well, it's quite obvious that. Your first 10,000 photographs are your worst. That's true. Did no one tell that to Brooklyn Beckham before he turned his first photos into a book? Yeah, well. Seriously, this isn't even amateur photography. The guy hasn't a clue. The cover sets the scene, a juvenile selfie. If you're going to advertise the fact that your clues about photography, this is a prime example. Yeah, there was just a lot of selfies in there as well, which is crazy. Wow, so bad, so very bad. I've been told just how poor this book was, so when I happened across a copy in a charity shop for £1 and bought it, if he did not have the Beckham name, yada yada yada, if he was parents, this book would never be seen another day. Truly poor photos with absolute pointless annotations. I took it straight back to the same charity shop I bought it from a couple days later, so they could hopefully resell it. There we go. Oh man, that's savage. I'm gonna have to buy this book. It's incredible. I love it. Anyway, I've been rambling about this nonsense for long enough, but yeah, definitely look into this book. It's hilarious. It is so funny. It's genuinely made my day. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to run, but